Hey guys, welcome back to another Creative Tab tutorial with me, John. Now in this tutorial we're going to be looking at the Mesh Gradient tool and hopefully making some sort of balloon kind of shape like we've got going on here with all the kind of different gradients using the Mesh Gradient tool. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to carry on in this document by here instead of making a new one. So if I make a new layer for this basic shape, all I'm going to do is get an ellipse tool and then just modify the anchor points of that. So I'll get my ellipse tool, drag out like so, holding shift, no, not holding shift, get a shape similar to about there, that should do. I'm now going to get the direct selection tool, click this bottom anchor point and holding Alt, I'm just going to bring these two in like so just to get more of a pointed bottom. I'm then going to bring this top one down, or maybe this bottom one down as well, and I think all three should come down a little bit, something along the lines of that. Maybe it's a bit flat at the top, something along the lines of that. Now I'm just going to go ahead and fill this with a sort of matte-ish kind of looking red. There we go. Now we've got our basic shape. What we want to do next is use that Mesh Gradient tool. So over by here, Mesh Tool, see? If you select that, what we'll do now is I'm going to start by adding some lines in here. So I'll add one across here, one across here. I want some coming down, some more coming down on the edge. Actually, that's too far over. Let's get one by here, one in the middle. Okay, we'll have one by here, just in there, one by there, and we're more or less kind of ready now, I would say. Maybe another one just by here, and another one just in there. Okay, right. So now that we've got this, you can already see that it's kind of, the further towards the edge we're going, the more bent they are, and the further towards the middle, the more straight they are. And that's giving us that almost sort of 3D look. But what we can do is by selecting individual points, we can change the color of individual points, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of the outside points. So just go around selecting all of these points because we want the outside edges to be lighter, and that's where it'll be catching the light, and that'll give it a more sort of 3D look like the one we have over on the left. So I'm shift selecting all of these points until I've gone all the way around and I'm back to here. Now what I'm going to do is double click in here and just get a sort of whitish light pink colour. So it's not going to be completely white, so a light pink, and click OK. If this happens, you need to go to Window because it's gone grey instead. You need to go to Window and then open the Color tab and just come across to here, go RGB, and now it's back to normal. Okay, so we've got that sort of pink edge, so it's kind of you know where the light's wrapping around. I'm just going to add a little highlight now. So if I select, let's do highlight by here, these 2 points. So if I get my fill, go light pink again, click OK. That's alright, I think. It's a little bit of a harsh line actually because I've got this other gradient point in by here. So what I may do is I may get these 2 points instead. You kind of want to, I didn't really think too much when I was laying my lines out, but you kind of want to almost plan ahead. I think I'll do one by here as well, maybe. Actually, I think that may be alright. Tell you what I will do is I'm just going to go for 1 point where it's just catching a harsh reflection, something like that. Yeah, and so it's a little bit different from this one. I've got 2 sort of strong highlights there, but you can still see that kind of that sort of 3D effect going on. Cool, so I'm going to lock this layer. Should name my layers really. So let's turn these ones off. So balloon main, and then I'm just going to make a little string now. So layer 4, let's rename this to string, and then I'm going to go for the Curvature Tool. Just come in, start clicking, just little random clicks. You can use the pen tool or the brush tool if you wish, but I'm just going to go something just a little bit random. Okay, click off, and now select the line, no fill, but we want a stroke, and we want that to be a sort of not completely black, something like that. Okay, I'm going to modify the thickness so it's 0.5, and then we can move it over like so, and make sure that that layer is underneath, and there you have it. You've got your balloon. So we've actually got two. You can then repeat this and do it with any other colours. You can have multiple balloons with the same reflections. So all you do is, let's turn these off. You would duplicate these layers. So shift select both layers, click and drag, and then this unlocks the top two. So we can drag these over here. You can do another string so it looks slightly different. So yeah, we can delete the string one. And then what I'll be doing is coming into here, selecting them all apart from the outside ones and where you've put those highlights. So reselecting them all, going around like so, take a while. As long as you do the same points for the highlights, you'll be fine. So with the points that I've got left selected, I'm going to give them a sort of maybe a green colour. And again, just go on, just select RGB or CMYK, whatever you're using. And then what you want to do is go round and select all the outside ones, the ones where you've put those highlights on, okay? And instead of a lightish pink red, you'll be going for a, let's just make sure, select all of them. Instead of a lightish pink red, you'll be going for a lightish green. So let's select all of these. Knowing me, I've probably left one or two out, but it's just to illustrate that you can repeat this process and make sure that you've got the same kind of reflection. So I'll go to green and just pick a light green like so. And see, I missed a point. So let's undo and select that. So color, let's get the light green, click OK, and change this to RGB, and then you got a lightish green in there. Maybe it's a little bit too light, so come back a little bit. There you go. So now if I click off, we've got the same thing, but with a different color. And then I would be going in and new layer underneath, get that curvature tool again, and maybe this time getting something just a little bit different, a different string. Okay, so click off, no fill, but we want a stroke of a light, sort of lightish black, 0.5, and move that over a little bit, and there you go. You've got two balloons there with the same kind of highlights, so they look as if they're in the same environment. So you can repeat that process over and over again. So yeah, that's kind of how you use the mesh gradient tool to create things which kind of look a little bit more 3D. So I hope you learned something. Cheers for tuning in. Give us a comment, rate, like, subscribe. Check out our other videos, and check out our Facebook, our Instagram and our Twitter. And cheers. Hopefully see you soon.